What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance. Make sure y'all share this, man. It's about to get crazy. Look at my man. Look at Mississippi Black Man. Look what's going on. Yeah, this is part 2. I'm pretty sure most of y'all are familiar with the video that I put out last week. Okay, Mississippi Black Man. It was the footage that was recorded by a bystander. Look at this dude. Got his hands all over his jugular. This is crazy. So like I was saying, I put out the video, Mississippi Black Man was mistreated by state trooper. I put that out last week. A lot of people in the comments saying, I want to see the whole video. I want to see the whole video. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know it was a whole video. I didn't know. Woke up today, was looking on Facebook. Boom. I find the whole video. I read the comments. A lot of people saying, good job, trooper. You gave him more than enough time to do this and do that. And guess what? The video is telling. It's very telling on both sides, each party. It's telling, I must say. Okay, we're going to find out some things about the driver. We're going to see what we're seeing now by the trooper. Okay? So we're going to get into it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. It's the Resistance. If you haven't become a member yet, make sure you hit that join button and become one now. Okay? I'll bring you all the real tyranny within the country. I don't play no games. I'll show it to you real. That's why YT and FB, they don't like me. Simple as that. Hey, let's get into it.
I'm just a picture in the frame. Pause. I paint word pictures on the canvas of life.
I'm everywhere in public.
All right, let's get into it. This is the part 2 of Mississippi Black Man getting mistreated. And we got the whole video. We got dash cam from the trooper. We had the bystander footage last week, but this completes the whole thing. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Let's get into it.
You just all leaned over to get your license and insurance. I ain't got no license. You ain't got no license? You got an ID card? All right, we can work with the ID card. Look, I'm stopping you for careless driving, for your seatbelt. Yeah, you come flying down Delaware, bumping. I saw you. I was at the gas pump. You was bumping.
Real quick, as we see, he's parked on the side of the road. The reason why the trooper stopped him, he just said it himself. No seatbelt, and you were flying down such and such street. Okay, so apparently he's a ways from where the trooper actually seen him flying or speeding or whatever he's accusing him of doing to pull him over. So let's continue on and just pay attention.
And chilling, ain't have your seatbelt on and come through there flying. Man, you was lapping folks up. You ain't have
and also the driver did notify the officer that he didn't have a license.
Seatbelt on, you got the tinted windshield, and you were big chilling, wasn't you? You good, man. Hey, just go and step out for me for a second, okay? Just put your stuff up on the dash. All that stuff. Don't put your hands in your pockets. Come this way. I'll get it. Turn around. Turn around. There you go. Just put your hands on top of your head. I'm just going to pat you down for weapons on your head. You got any weapons on you in the vehicle? Put your fingers together. Just like that. Anything that's going to stick me, fuck me, or hurt me. How much marijuana is in the vehicle? No? You sure? So if I search it right now, is there any shake or roaches or anything like that? Pretty people. You got a yes? Okay. Well, don't lie to me, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I swear to God, I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay. You smoked some weed recently? Yes, sir. When did you smoke? About 40, 50 minutes back. About an hour ago? Yes, sir. Okay, not a big deal. Look, hold on just a second. Okay, come on back here. There ain't no weapons in there? Okay, look, it's all good. Stand right here. Stand right here. So look, on the scale, you fix your pants too now. Come on, we ain't keep looking scrappy out here. We won't know who might drive by and see you.
All right, so it's about to get juicy. But before we do, I want to give a shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all rocking out. Right, the Freedom Girl, Wayne Nelson, Lady Zaga. We got May Rabullo. Shout out to May Rabullo from Facebook. Jonathan Nicola, J Queen Murat Rogers, Shannon Green, Cajun Randy 214, Jonathan Burks, John Richardson. Appreciate y'all, especially everybody out there from Facebook as well. John Richardson. Appreciate all y'all. I.E. Dixon, my man, what's good? Aaron Donnell McWilliams. So listen to this question right here. This is the trick question that gets my man caught up. First of all, he shouldn't have answered any questions, okay? That's the number one rule. Don't answer no questions. But listen to the question that he asked the driver.
All right, look. On a scale of 0 to 10, with a 0 being you've never smoked marijuana before, and a 10 being the highest you've ever been from smoking marijuana, where would you say you fall out on that scale right now? The highest you've ever been from smoking marijuana, where would you say you fall? I don't know who might drive by and see you. All right, look. On a scale of 0 to 10, with a 0 being you've never smoked marijuana before, and a 10 being the highest you've ever been from smoking marijuana, where would you say you fall out on that scale right now? 0 to 10. Yes, sir. 0 being you've never smoked marijuana before, 10 being the highest you've ever been.
So he asked him, he said, on 0 to 10, 0 that you never smoked marijuana before, 10 is the highest that you ever been before. Now, this question is phrased to him as if he's asking him within his lifetime of him smoking marijuana. On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being never smoking marijuana, 10 being the highest that you ever been before, higher than the giraffe's ass in the San Diego Zoo, okay? Listen to the man's answer.
Right, just trying to see where you fall out on there. Just make sure you're okay to drive.
Oh, yeah. No,
just make sure the number ain't real high.
Oh, no, it might be a 1 or 2, baby.
1 or 2.
A 1 or 2. So basically, he's saying throughout his marijuana career, he smoked between a 1 and 2, which is very minimum within his lifetime. Now, I want y'all guys to remember that question that he asked the driver, and I want you to see a little bit later how he switches it around on him.
I ain't your back like that.
I ain't a big deal. Here, come on, sit back here. And there ain't no weed in your truck? Okay, I'm going to check real quick. But hey, look, do me a favor. Just turn back around.
Shout out Black Gold.
Look, on your head. Okay, look, you're not under arrest. I'm just going to tell you why I search your vehicle, okay? Because we out here on the edge of the woods by ourselves, right? I don't know you.
He said you're not under arrest. He's just detaining him while he searches the vehicle.
Come off as easy as they come on, right?
Ant-Man. Tommy Guns.
I'm going to lock them so they don't get no ties on you, all right? Now, look, when I run your stuff, you ain't going to have no warrant, are you? You ever been arrested before? For what?
Oh, well, I've been in prison a couple times.
For what?
Oh, drugs.
Okay.
Sell good.
This is way too much conversation, ladies and gentlemen, that the driver is having with the trooper. We do not want that. Minimum conversation. Now, I'm not saying there to be standing there as a deaf mute and get yourself caught up because you didn't answer anything. You only answer the questions that's pertinent. But my main man right here, he's doing a little too much talking, okay? And you don't want to do that because you're giving them the power. The more information you give them, the more power that they have. Shout out to Crypto Zoo.
What you selling? Cocaine back in there. Ain't no cocaine in there right now. You sure?
I done changed my whole life.
What you do now?
I own drive truck. I drive truck. Got me 2 trucks and my son and my nephew. They be going out there.
Okay. You're 23%.
Destiny
you got
Brown.
Insurance on this truck?
It's been towed up so long. I just got my transmission and my working on gear. Put me some tires on the side. A week ago now.
Where you live at?
I stay right down the street.
Right down the street? Is anybody at home? Like she have a license?
Yeah.
Motor City Free Press. Ronald Lander.
I got a Mississippi ID card, Mississippi 1028. (801-972-469).
Shalina Yanks. All right, so boom. We got the trooper searching the car, okay? Driver already told him that he didn't have no license, and of course the car, most likely is going to come up uninsured, which it did, all right, unless it was somebody else's vehicle, but the car is uninsured as well. So while he's searching, he's going to be searching for a very long time. I'm going to jump into the article while he's searching, and then I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Once again, shout outs to all of y'all that's rocking out with me. I'm showing this video because a lot of people was complaining that they didn't see the whole video. I seen the video today, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna play it because it's very telling. It's very telling on both sides. So let me pull this.
So what did you say it is you do? You just left Clinton? When's the last time you had any of that old Patron? Because yesterday you ain't had none today. So I give you one of them alcohol tests. We're going to say no alcohol. Just the weed today. That's it. Okay. Got you.
All right, I pulled this article up, y'all. We're going to read this real quick. So, video shows a Mississippi State police officer violently arresting a black man during traffic stop. Oh, I got to blow this up a little bit. Video has surfaced showing a Mississippi highway patrolman violently restraining and arresting a black man during a traffic stop in Macomb, Mississippi on Friday. The video, which was live streamed on Facebook by a man named Packer Lewis and has been viewed over 522,000 times, shows a patrolman dragging Eugene Lewis, a black man in handcuffs, and pulling him to the ground on the side of a road. The patrolman pushes his knee into Lewis's side while pointing a taser at the man recording the video, the footage shows. That's how George Floyd died right there, Packer Lewis can be heard saying in the video. George Floyd was a black man who died after former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin knelt on his neck for several minutes in May 2020. In the video of the Mississippi arrest, the patrolman, who is white according to the Associated Press, raises Eugene Lewis up by the arms and puts him into the back of his patrol car. We're going to get into that, y'all. Y'all better stick around, share it, because it gets turned up crazy. It gets turned up. It concludes with the patrolman walking toward the man who is recording and threatening to arrest him before putting another man who is also recording into handcuffs. Eugene Lewis told WJTV that the patrolman pulled him over for driving 5 miles per hour above the speed limit. He told the outlet that the patrolman arrested him for claiming he smoked marijuana before he began driving, which he denies. Lewis said the patrolman hit me under my throat after he called him a racist. State Rep Darrell Porter, a Democrat, released a statement about the video on Saturday, calling it alarming. Porter said that he had spoken directly with the commissioner of the Mississippi Department of Public Safety, who said that it had opened an internal affairs investigation into the patrolman and that the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations is investigating it as well. The 3 men in the video are brothers, and all 3 were arrested by Highway Patrol. So what y'all don't know is that the bystander footage was the brother of the man right here in handcuffs. No cap. He was actually the brother. You know, this thing could have went so sideways if there wasn't a camera and a family member on scene. I want y'all, if y'all haven't seen it, I want y'all to pay close attention to it. It's coming up. This is the commentary from the news article that I'm reading to y'all. All right, but the visual is crazy. So the 3 men in the video are brothers, and all 3 were arrested by the Highway Patrol, according to WJTV. It's unclear what the men were arrested for, and a spokesperson for the Mississippi Department of Public Safety, which houses the Highway Patrol and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, declined to comment on the reason for the 3 men's arrest. They declined to comment. And y'all seen that part. That was from last week. We seen that part. We seen that the trooper just ordered the two guys arrest. The first one that got arrested was the bystander that we actually seen get arrested. The second one that got arrested was the cameraman. The whole time he's in cuffs. Prior to that, when they was recording, he was getting his ass beat on the side of the road. Shout outs Jack Off Jack. Super flirt. So Insider previously covered the death of a baby named LaMelo Parker who was shot by police in Mississippi. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigations did not investigate Parker's death and deferred the investigation to the Biloxi Police Department because officers from the Highway Patrol were involved in the shooting, according to the Mississippi Free Press. While the Department of Public Safety declined to comment on whether it is standard for the MBI to investigate allegations of misconduct against highway patrolmen, it shared a statement that read, on Friday, August 5th, 2022, the Mississippi Department of Public Safety was made aware of an incident involving a Mississippi highway patrolman conducting arrests on a subject in Macomb, Mississippi. This incident is being reviewed internally by the Department of Public Safety. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation is also conducting an inquiry. No further comment will be made at this time. Wow. Packer Lewis, the man who recorded the video, said in a Facebook post that he was in jail for multiple days after the incident. I honestly believe that if the situation would have happened at night, that either me or my brother would have been gunned down or seriously hurt. I don't even think that. So we seen a bystander that had nothing to do with the situation. And what you're going to see in this video is him ask the bystander to help him out. Okay? But other than that bystander, there wasn't a car that went back and forth, except, you know what? I make a correction. Let me just take that back. I just seen a car go by. So it wasn't. I didn't see a car go back and forth. I just took it back maybe about 2 minutes just to see. I thought I seen a car going down the road, but the only car that came back twice, that went past him the first time and came back, was his brother. Other than that, it was an empty road. So I don't even think it mattered if it was nighttime. I think they could have got killed on this road on the daytime, or he would have got killed if his brothers or the camera wasn't on the scene. That's just my opinion. So he said, I honestly believe that if the situation would have happened at night, that either me or my brother would have been gunned down or seriously hurt. I don't think the light had anything to do with it. If it would have got any further without a camera or his brother on the scene, it's possibly this man could have been dead. Seriously. Lewis wrote that on Facebook. He said, we don't need officers here to protect and serve like this trooper. I stayed in jail for a couple of days for absolutely nothing. Sad, but it's the world we live in. Okay, so I read this paragraph wrong. I was reading it. I thought it was coming from this brother right here, but it was actually coming from the other brother who was on scene recording. So just like I said, yeah, if he wasn't on the scene, his brother could have been dead, or, you know, he could have been dead as well. Could have definitely went further if the camera wasn't on the scene. It's all about the cameras for me. I always believe that the cameras are it's the sweet component, okay? It's the game changer. The camera doesn't lie. It sends back everything the way, you know, it recorded it. You know, I tell somebody something, and then they tell somebody something. And a week later, 14 knuckleheads done heard it. It done got crazy. Now I got people coming after me. That's how it goes. But with the camera, it always come back straight. So he's still searching this vehicle. I'm going to speed it up a little bit.
Now go ahead.
Right here.
Hey, y'all don't stop.
This is when his brother actually pulls up right here as he's searching his car and as he's handcuffed, as his brother is handcuffed leaning on Trooper's car.
Y'all go ahead.
Shout out to the Queen, Renetta Williams.
Hey, y'all don't stop. Y'all keep going. Don't stop.
Now, that's very strange for him to say, y'all don't stop, y'all keep going. Well, what type of stuff is that? I mean, especially in this day and age, the climate is hot. How you going? You got a black man handcuffed on the side of the road with a state trooper with a weapon on his hip, and they can't even pull over and be concerned about what's going on? That is bullshit. I'm sorry. It is.
Keep going. Sir, don't stop. It's okay. Y'all keep going. Your brother's fine. Stay in the vehicle.
And now he informed them that that's family, is kin, and he telling them, keep going, roll down the road, don't worry about it. Your brother's just fine. He's crazy.
You do have to keep going. Yes, you do, sir. Y'all go ahead and go. 22, okay? Hey, sir, y'all go ahead and go. Yes, I can. Y'all go ahead and go, please. Sir, you can go right now or you can go to jail for failure to comply. You can leave or you can go to jail. I just want y'all to keep going. Pick. I want y'all to keep going wherever y'all were going.
And just like, any other cop out there on the street, they think whatever they say out their mouth, you're supposed to abide by. Okay? There's no reason why they can't pull over and watch. This is probably what made them pull out the cameras, because the officer is deterring them from even seeing with their own eyes, trying to block them from seeing whatever they want to see. I'd be damned.
Okay, well, he's fine right now. Y'all go ahead and go. $10.25.
Listen to this. Listen to this right here.
Folks think they're helping, they're just making things worse.
He said they think they're helping, but they're making things worse. Wow. How are they making things worse on the driver? He's already in the torture cuffs, leaned on the trooper vehicle. He already had it in his mind what he's going to do, and y'all about to see that. He already had it in his mind what he's going to do with this guy. But now he's telling them that because of their presence, it's going to make it worse. I'd be damned.
All right, sir. So what? I'm going to be straight up with you, okay? You're going to be coming with me today.
I'm going to be straight up with you. And guess what? You're going to be coming with me today. Hit the lights. Everybody about to get killed out here. Like it for everybody. Now, last that I checked with Mississippi law, and I could be wrong. So if there's any other, people that's out there, and you guys are familiar with the Mississippi driving laws, let me know. But what I found out was that, here you go right here. Here you go. According to Mississippi Code Section 63-15-4, driving without proof of insurance could lead to conviction of a misdemeanor, imposition of a $500 fine, and suspension of driving privileges for up to 1 year, or until the offender can demonstrate that he or she is properly insured. All right, so you know how they play with words, right? And it could be looking right in front of you. You can see it. It could be right in front of your face. So the way they worded it is driving without proof of insurance could lead to conviction of a misdemeanor. So does the conviction of a misdemeanor actually mean an arrest? Let me know in the chat, because see, I don't know everything. I have questions too, but this is what I found: Mississippi driving laws, and whatever happened to you if you're caught driving without insurance. Let's get back to the video.
All right, I'm gonna let you call somebody come get your car. You got stuff on there? Yeah. Okay. So today you're going to be coming with me for your traffic violations for driving while license suspended and driving under the influence of an illegal narcotic.
Boom. He said, you're coming with me for traffic violations. And I believe he said speed. And I'm going to play it again. And he said for driving under the influence. Where I'm at, 1610. That's my minute mark. 1610. I got to take y'all back to the beginning. I have to. I
don't know you. They come off as easy as they come on, right? I'm going to check. And then you know the highest you've ever been.
Right here.
I don't know who might drive by and see you.
I got to bring y'all back to this because he said the reason why he's taking him because he's arrested. He was driving under the influence.
All right, so on a scale of 0 to 10, with a 0 being you've never smoked marijuana before and a 10 being the highest you've ever been from smoking marijuana, where would you say you fall out on that scale right now? 0 to 10. Yes, sir. 0 being you've never smoked marijuana before, 10 being the highest you've ever been. Right, just trying to see where you fall out on there. Just make sure you're okay to drive.
Oh, yeah.
Just make sure the no ran real high.
Oh, no, it might be a 1 or 2, baby.
1 or 2?
Yeah,
1 or 2. 1 or 2. Like I said, he posed the question as if he was asking about his whole marijuana career, okay? And now he just told him that he's arresting him for driving under the influence. So he asked him a trick question, tricked the shit out of him, made it seem like he was asking him how much marijuana did he smoke while he was driving on that day. But he didn't. He didn't. He just said, through your whole period of smoking marijuana, from 0 to 10, 0 meaning you never smoked it, to 10 being the highest ever. And then he switched that around and used it for arrest to say that he was under the influence driving. That's the bullshit.
Me today. All right? I'm going to let you call somebody come get your car. You got stuff on it? All right, sir. So look, I'm going to be straight up with you, okay? You're going to be coming with me today. All right? I'm going to let you call somebody come get your car. You got stuff on it? Okay. Hang on. So today you're going to be coming with me for your traffic violations for driving while license suspended and driving under the influence of an illegal narcotic.
I'm under the influence.
Driving under the influence of an illegal narcotic. Now, he just searched the car. It took like about 13 minutes to search the car. He didn't find anything. He didn't find any illegal narcotic. Not in that vehicle. So how's he arresting him under driving under the influence of an illegal narcotic? This is why it gets turned up.
Because you smoke marijuana, so you can't smoke marijuana and drive.
I ain't smoke marijuana. I don't know what you mean.
You've already told me you smoke marijuana, man.
Wow. He said, you told me you already smoke marijuana and you can't smoke marijuana and drive.
Suspended and driving under the influence of an illegal narcotic.
I'm under the influence.
Because you smoke marijuana, so you can't smoke marijuana and drive.
I ain't smoke marijuana. I don't know what you mean.
You've already told me you smoke marijuana, man.
I said, yes, I smoke marijuana. Yes. But I ain't smoke.
Look, we talk about it later, but right now you can come with me, okay?
Now let's talk about it later. He didn't use that on him. Actually used it on him to the point where he has no choice but to say, yeah, I smoke, but that was within my lifetime, not within me driving today in this vehicle. And that's how the officers flip-flopped it around on him. It's crazy.
Sir, come on, I'll see what you do otherwise, all right? Right there is good, stop. Turn around, please, that way. Turn around. Sir, turn around, please. I'm not going to keep telling you, turn around. Sir, you going to turn around or not? Are you going to turn around or not? Are you going to turn around or not? Are you going to...
Mickey Kia said he just should have kept his mouth closed. He said a lot. I don't think it would have changed the course of action that this trooper was going to go, but he should have definitely said a lot less.
Turn around or not?
You gonna tase me for nothing with handcuffs on?
Yes, sir. If you don't turn around, I will tase you. Turn around. Stay just like that and don't move. Where do you think you're going? Sir, I'm gonna let sit you down. I'm trying to make this easy. We'll call a record for your truck.
All right.
You want to call a record for your truck?
I'm doing everything you
All right, then stand right there. I'll talk.
I'm standing right here.
Then don't move. All right, come on back here. Come on back here.
Whatever I need to get with you, whatever I need to do with you, to do with you, bro. To do whatever I need to do with you, bro, I'm gonna do it, man. So you got me fucked up. How the fuck you gonna give me something that I ain't did nothing for? How the fuck you gonna give me something that I ain't did nothing for? What you gonna do to me?
I heard a smack. I just heard a smack. It seemed like he cold cocked him before he got into the vehicle. I could be wrong, but I did hear a smack.
To do with you, bro. To do whatever I need to do with you, bro. I'm gonna do it, man. So you got me fucked up. How the fuck you gonna give me something that I ain't did nothing for? How the fuck you gonna give me something that I ain't did nothing for? What you gonna do to me? What the fuck you gonna do to me?
Yeah, I think some type of hit went down before he sat there. We heard a loud noise. Let's continue.
What the fuck you gonna do to me?
M20, Caleb, can you get
You talking to me? You talking to me? I'm gonna take. Look,
I could be wrong, but that looked like a choke to me. I mean, it was two hands, all 8 fingers were around his 2 thumbs were around his jugular, and all 8 fingers was around the man's neck. And I would say he has a quite big neck, so you can actually see his fingers pressing into the man's neck.
What you gonna do to me?
M20, Caleb, can you get
You talking to me?
That looked like a choke. Oh yeah, that's a choke. Look at the man's tongue curl up and stick out. That only happens when you're choking. Wow. Definitely a violent arrest. He could have just waited for backup. I would have let his ass just squirm around on the ground until backup came. He got cuffs on. Come on, man.
Look at me. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. He beat me up. He beat me up, man. My man beat me up, man. The man beat me up, man. The man beat me up. Back up. Back up. Back up. The man beat me the fuck up. Back up. You have a seat.
So that's his brother spinning back around. His brother went down the road, but he said, no, that's my blood. He spent back around. And that's why you hear the trooper saying, back up, back up.
Look, you talking me out.
I'm going to let you sit in the seat.
Why you talking me? You ain't let me do nothing. You talking me. I ain't doing it. I ain't talking me. He beat me up. He beat me up, man. My man beat me up, man. The man beat me up, man. The man beat me up. Back up. Back up.
Wait a minute. I got to highlight maybe a possible interrupter or someone who that's, maybe that backs the blue or whatever. Joseph Siddiqui. He says, behaving isn't hard. Joseph feels as though that he should have complied with every order the trooper gave, even as he was commencing to whip his ass.
Back up. You have a seat. Get back in the car. Back in the car. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
Sit down.
Fuck you, bitch.
Sit down.
Stop it.
Sit down.
I got handcuffs on. Back up. I got handcuffs on. No, bitch, I got handcuffs on.
Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat on the ground. Have a seat on the ground.
You get on the ground.
I got 3 subjects here.
Yeah.
I'm 10 too. I got.
You get on the ground, bitch.
Have a seat.
You get on the ground. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
I just need somebody here to help me get these fucking people.
You beat me up, bitch.
Have a seat.
Lot of commotion going on. We're catching this. We're catching this on the bystander cam by now. His brother's footage. This was what we seen last week when I released the video. For those who've been following this, remember this is part 2 of the Mississippi black man mistreatment. So what we're hearing right now at this point, we've seen on the bystander cam, and it's also going to switch to the bystander cam, which is his brother. And it's going to be in the top right screen coming up momentarily.
I ain't fooling with you with 3 calls. That's fine. This ain't go the way you think it's going to go.
Stay back.
I'm telling you right now,
Stay back. Call me too. Stay back. Fuck you. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Fuck you. Stay back. Stay back. No, I'm got TV job, man. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back.
So
Stay back.
basically, this situation escalated because the trooper didn't want anyone around seeing with their own eyeballs. First of all, he didn't want any extra set of eyeballs even seeing what's going on, let alone a camera being out there. And we all know that we are allowed to record police officers during the course of their duties. And they were concerned. And on top of it all, it was a family member. It was his brother. So he's going to threaten these 2 guys who came to record that situation right there, all because they're looking at the situation and recording.
Stay back. Hey, you not helping me? Stay back. Fuck you, bitch. Stay back. Stay back.
have a seat.
Fuck you.
Have a seat.
You have a seat.
Have a seat.
You get out.
Hey, come have a seat in my car. Look, you need to come get in my car.
Man, put your hand on me, bro.
I already got somebody on the way.
And this is where it's about to go down at, okay? Because he refused to get back in the car. And this is why we seen this whole explosive moment in the last video of him getting beat down on the side of the road. See, I'm not trying to withhold any information. A lot of people had commented, oh, I want to see the whole video. I give what I get. Okay, I give y'all what I get. I don't try to withhold anything. Like I said, I came across this today. Boom, I'm giving it to y'all. So now we putting it together. And it's very telling. We get more information on both sides of each party. All right? And guess what? It don't make it no better. It still was a Mississippi black man mistreated on the side of the road.
Just make sure they don't run into me.
So if you look on the left-hand side of your screen, that's the inside of the vehicle. If you look right here, outside of the door, you can see a little glimpse of him pinning the black man down on the side of the road, and I think he even gave him a couple punches.
Y'all back up. Y'all back up. Back up. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going to jail. You will too.
This thing, when you get here, the 2 subjects in this blue charger, they need to go to jail. Inflicted occasion.
Shout outs Cassandra Lasco. She says, why the white guy gets to stand there? That's quite funny. Why the white guy get to see what's going on and he's ordering the 2 black guys back? Okay, because he already know that the black guys are related to him. You know, he even actually asked the white guy to help him.
Second, Mississippi 1028 can be Paul John Davis, 7692.
I ain't had nothing. I ain't doing shit. Man, I had haircuts on to get this beat me up. Man, been beating me up since I've been here.
Remember, he said he was locking him up because of his traffic history, his traffic violation history, because he was speeding, and because he was driving under the influence. At no time did that man tell him he was driving under the influence, but because, ladies and gentlemen, we talk so much, we talk ourselves into the can a lot. We don't even know it, though. We don't know we talking ourselves into central bookings. So he just asked how long you been smoking weed, and then he didn't use that to say, okay, he's driving under the influence right now. The question that I asked him earlier, I'm going to use it for this to get him in the can. That's what they do. Shout out to Renetta Williams, the queen. She says, TR, there is a part 2. I thought this was part 2 because it was the whole complete video. Renetta, please send it to me. Send me the footage. Send me a link to where the part 2 is. We need that. We could possibly squeeze it in this segment right here.
I got the primary subject in he's in handcuffs. I can't get him in the car. He's got family that shut up here.
Yeah, I was in the back seat when you beat me up.
Yeah, we said when we pulled up, we had him in the back seat.
You got the me on the side, bro. Get the me on the side. Stay down. Get the me on the body. Can't breathe. Stay down. You sound like I can't breathe. No, bro, I can't breathe, bro. Get the me on me, bro. I can't breathe. You can breathe. Bro, you got it. Bro, you got the knee on the thigh, bro. My knee is under your arm. I can't breathe while I wear this stuff. You breathing just fine. You should have just sat in the car like I know. You beat me up. Shut up. You said you beat me up.
It's all on camera.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Y'all two going to jail. I want y'all to know that. I can't affect this arrest until y'all leave. Y'all going to jail.
So he's threatening them to go to jail, that they're going to jail because he can't complete his arrest. Now look where the men were. And honestly, I believe that the men were at a safe distance the whole time. They never put him in fear. He the one that had a hard time putting that man in the back seat. That's his problem. Couple private citizens pull up and they looking at the situation, record, and he get all herky jerky. He's scared. Now he want to threaten them with arrest. Because listen, that's civil rights violation all day. Okay, First Amendment. He's stopping them from doing something that's protected under the Constitution. Real rap.
Hey, sir, I'm letting you know. Y'all can leave. Boys can leave. You going to jail? You think my boys can leave me the way you doing me? All right. You think my boys can leave me the way you doing me? Do you really think my boys can leave me the way you doing me?
You dead motherfucking wrong, man.
Man, get me out these bushes, bro.
You dead wrong, bro.
Man, get in the car, bro. Get in the car, man. Get in the car.
The road's gonna be on your left. You should see my light.
Get in the car, man.
Just past the waterhouse.
Please, bro. Please get me out this shit, man. Bro, please get me out this shit, bro. Please get me out this shit, bro. You gonna take the car? Yeah, get me out this shit, bro. You gonna take the car? Bro, get me out here.
So I'm going to put this on hold for a minute. I see a few are dropping off, and it's a shame that they did because we haven't even got to the nitty-gritty part. Remember this footage right here on the right screen, on the right side of the screen that you're looking at? Remember when we seen the trooper being very active in the back seat with this man that's on the ground right now? Oh, we get to see the whole thing. So right now, how about share it? Everybody that's in here, I appreciate y'all being here. Share it if you haven't shared. Hit the like button, and we're going to get straight into it.
It's the resistance.
You gonna stop fighting? No, I ain't fighting. You don't want the order. Back up, man. Stop fighting. Back up. He ain't bothering me. Y'all back up. Back up. Oh, y'all going to jail. Oh, you ready? Stand up. I ain't giving no gun. Stand up. I ain't giving no gun. Okay, let's take you to the party. Get your ass. Get up. Get up. You got all this people. Get up. Get up. Get up. Back up.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we get into the nitty gritty, glad I seen this comment. It's by Rhonda Clark. Rhonda Clark, she's asking me directly, ladies and gentlemen. She says, how come you can't, white people, a Nazi or a KKK, how come you, this is what she wrote. I'm not reading messed up. This is what she wrote. How come you can't, white people or Nazi or KKK, how come you don't like white people, and how come there's Third World War against us? Wow. Well, I never said I didn't like any white people, and if you do anything that's KKK-ish, then that's what I'm going to call it. Simple as that.
Like, yeah, what you feeding? What you feeding? What you feeding? What you feeding? Put your feet. I want to put your feet in the
So now that we've seen the visual of him roughing him up real quick, he got him securely handcuffed and in the vehicle. Now he's going to go handle the other two.
For what? Son, I'm going to tell you right now. For what? For what? 15 up for you. For what? For what? For recalling you. For recalling you? No, sir. For obstructing justice.
Shout out to Blue Collar Hero. He says, who is the white dude standing there? For those who are just coming in, we're watching part 2 of the Mississippi black man being mistreated by a state trooper. I put that video up last week. We seen half of it. I came over the full footage of everything that went down, including the troopers' dash cam footage, okay? So it starts from the beginning. Anyway, he asks why is the white guy there. White guy just happened to be walking down the road. He's white. He's safe for the trooper. It's the 3 black men that he has a problem with.
I'll tell you right now, y'all still here when these other folks get here. Y'all going to jail. I got that person that he's in the corner. I'll just be I ain't fighting to y'all at one time. We waiting on it. I ain't fighting to y'all at one time. We waiting on this.
So, I mean, as of this point, I still don't see any crime committed by the bystanders. And they're not obstructing traffic, okay? Truck down there, the pickup that we see ahead of the trooper's vehicle, they decided to stop and look. Whoever that is. It may be the white guy's vehicle, I'm not sure. But they're not obstructing traffic. Yeah, they're talking loudly, but remember, you cannot suppress anybody's speech, especially when they're redressing their grievances. They just seen something that was messed up. They don't like it. They got a right to record. They got a right to speak on it. And from what I can see is this is the only reason why he arrested these 2 brothers on the side of the road.
Wait on there. You going first. I'm letting you know. 15, I'm going to throw the grid. Don't get in that car. Don't get in that car. For what? Don't get in the car. Put the phone down. Turn around, put your hands on your head. I'm letting you know. Turn around, put your hands on your head. Man, I ain't getting in no car. I'm telling you right now. Put my hand. Keep on.
And of course, without backup, questioning the situation, they just, just go along with the leading officer. Don't even question and ask what happened after they put them in custody or anything. It just go along with those situations. That's why it's always a losing game when you get into this situation, because you could beat the case, but 9 times out of 10, you're not beating the ride.
You going to?
Take the phone down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit. I'm gonna go tell my phone. Then I'm gonna go. You've been drinking too. You've been drinking too, or just him? You don't drink? I'll get no sir. Nope. Hold him. I'll get it no sir. You got some on your light? If I'm arresting somebody, y'all don't come out and try to stop me. That ain't how it's gonna work. Y'all going to jail.
When y'all arresting somebody, y'all don't come up and try to stop me. So we already know it's been ruled. Actually, it hasn't been ruled. It hasn't been ruled by Supreme Court. That's something that I've came to know. It was a circuit court that ruled that if it's not physical, then it's not interfering. No, I'm sorry. I'm getting my thoughts mixed up. I take that back. It is a Supreme Court ruling. I'm thinking about the 10-foot rule. That's not a ruling. Supreme Court has not ruled on that. But it was in a circuit court where it said 10 feet. I believe 10 feet was a sufficient amount of space for police officers to handle their business.
Y'all going to jail? Video. Where's your ID? We got everything on video, man. We watching you beat our brother, man.
What's your ID?
Man, we watching you beat our brother. Man, we waiting on the
Where's your ID?
We waiting on McComb Police Department.
We got 3 in custody. I'm gonna go check on the one that's in my car. You can go ahead and go, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. I can fight one at a time. Hell, I can fight 2, but I can't fight 3. Thank you.
Man, kill me, man. Stupid me, man.
That's your other right to make.
Man, you can't hurt, man. Would you please take this out of the I understand that. Would you please take this out of the I understand that, man. You cover me, man. You try to choose those guys. Okay, I understand that,
You understand your Miranda right?
Yes, I understand it, sir. Could you please help me out?
John Coca,
You stood on my line trying to spit out the women, sir. The women just said.
Private 9,
No, stop. Move your leg. Move your leg. Move your leg.
Ant-Man,
Move your leg.
James Barnes.
Oh, Lady got a whole lot more than I wanted to give him.
Yeah. That one on the right, he's the hostile. And the one on the left, he was gonna cut. I got cussed out by both of them. They called out.
Wow. So they already using their freedom of speech. And they're speaking about the 2 guys that was on the road, which is one of those guys is his brother, the one that's sitting right here in front of us. Just happened to be riding by and seeing him getting into a squabble with this police officer. And they decided to spin back around and record it. But you got the officers saying already on scene that they were hostile, all because of their speech. All right, we see what's going down in Macomb County, Mississippi.
I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, both y'all are under arrest. Listen. I don't care what you got to say. You're under arrest. You got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney. You have an attorney during questioning. Present during questioning if you cannot afford one. It won't be appointed to you at no cost to you now. Should you choose to answer any questions without attorney present, you can stop at any time. And at no time are you obligated to answer any questions without an attorney present. Do you understand? Sir, do you understand? Okay, you're going to stand up. Stand up. Sir, you going to stand up? I'm going to get up by myself. No, you're not. You're going to stand up. I'm going to help you up. On, you ready? Come on. There you go. Stand up. Come on.
So at this time, they're arresting the 2 guys on the road.
You don't need it. Come on.
One of them, his brother, the guy that's sitting in front of us.
You don't need it.
All because they recorded.
You don't need it.
Come on. So they're going to stay in the bush. I don't care where it stays. I'm going to put your phone back in the car. It's going to stay with the car. Come here.
Hold on, man.
Stand right here. Don't move. Turn around.
But see, it's not over with, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I say stick around, because when I show it to you real, I show it to you real, gritty, okay? It's not over with, all right? So, and y'all can come to what y'all want to come to. It's all up to you to come to what you want to come to. But in reality, we know so far that the officer handled this, very excessively, all right? And we got another situation that's about to pop up. So I suggest that you share. I suggest you hit the like button. If you're just coming in, There's still some more juice to be extracted.
Very psychological thing that's happening here.
Now face that direction. Turn all the way around. Stand still. Do not move. Do you understand? No, you going to jail. Handcuffs stay on when you go to jail.
Mississippi black man being mistreated by state trooper part 2.
And you couldn't sit. That's fine. It's all on camera, sir. It's all on camera, sir. It's all on camera, sir. So I said turn around. Face this direction. Do not turn back around. Don't turn on me when I got my back turned. Do you understand? Turn around, face that direction. Stop turning around. I got handcuffs on, man. What did that man probably do to his handcuffs on? All this bullshit you doing, bro. All right, sir. I'm telling you, you turn back around. That's gonna be another charge. I'm glad you feel that way, sir. I'm glad you feel that way. Okay.
He said, I need to go to the hospital. And he said, okay. But he's not making it the top priority. We know that when you're under law enforcement's care, you're their highest regard, okay? So when you speak about you need to go to the hospital, first of all, this officer don't know this man's medical history. He done just rolled him off the side of the road, okay? A couple jabs to the face, had his hands around the man's neck. You don't know if this man got a weak heart. You don't know if he diabetic. He probably ain't eat all day. You done put him through that. Yeah, civil rights lawsuit.
I got aim, I got heart, I got bad, I got high. Boys, I'm not used to forward, but subject is requesting a man to go to the hospital. I need 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 to go to the hospital. Why are you going to have seizures? Okay. Yeah, you were just starting a second ago. I don't want to hear it.
Here we go. Here we go. All we hear is the trooper talk about okay. Now we see convulsions going on. Now, once you see that going down, as a high IQ state trooper, you're at least going to handle the situation correctly, right? Wrong. Look what this trooper do. Look how he handles it. He waits until it carries out.
Man, the man got high blood pressure and everything, man. He's telling you he's been out of heart attack. Shut up. Shut up. You know that's not what people do when they have a seizure, right? They don't flop up and down like a fish. I got an ambulance coming through. Nothing I can do for you. I'm sorry. You have a seizure? Sit up. Sit up. Sir, sit up. Stop pulling away from me. I'm not playing this game with you. I'm not playing this damn game with you. You done now? You done? You done? You still going to jail. It ain't changing nothing. Hope you understand that. You done with your theatrics? You not? Get back in the car. I'm not playing this damn game with you. What's going on? He can't breathe, man. I don't know why he can't. Take it back. He's not going anywhere. He's staying in the car. Now you sitting up straight. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Stop pushing up against me, damn it. I don't know what your fucking malfunction is. You ain't having a damn seizure.
So usually I interrupt the hell out of that. I would probably just cut into that about 5 times, but I let that play out intentionally so you guys can see that. And one thing I can tell you is that I know when rights are being violated, but I don't know if somebody's faking a medical situation, okay? Because I didn't go to school for that. I don't have no paperwork to show you no type of stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that this trooper, okay, I'm pretty sure he wasn't even qualified even to go to the institution to learn any stuff like that. Yet and still, he can say, this guy is not having a seizure. I be damned. Now, listen, we're just viewers. We're just spectators. You can be honest here. If you think he's faking, put it in the chat. If you think it's real, put it in the chat. Fake or real. That's all I want to say. But for this trooper to be in his official capacity, talking some crazy stuff like that, he's not Dr. Oz. He's a Mississippi State trooper.
I'm not playing this damn game with you. You done now? You done? You done? You still going to jail. It ain't changing nothing. Hope you understand that. You done with your theatrics? You're not?
Get back in the car. I'm not playing this damn game with you.
What's going on? I don't know why he can't. He's not going anywhere. He's staying in the car.
Now you sitting up straight.
Sit back.
Sit back. Sit back. Stop pushing up against me, damn it. I don't know what your fucking malfunction is. You ain't having a damn seizure. Put your foot back in the car. I'm gonna shut the door.
And that could be the exact words that could cook his goose. He ain't having no damn seizure. That could be the federal lawsuit if it goes through. That could be the exact words that can cook his goose.
I don't know what your fucking malfunction is. You ain't having a damn seizure.
Shout out to great dude.
I'm gonna shut the door whether you move your leg.
Proving the scene.
You don't move your leg. Move your leg. Is that I told you to turn around. Turn around. Now you got from one to another. Turn around. Why you can't be sitting on right here, man?
Turn around. Turn around.
I ain't hit this man coming from one to another.
Turn around. All right, that's so you took a block. That's another charge.
You just trying to do shit, man. I've been saying like this the whole time. You told me get to the back of the car. I got to the back of the car. Now you started coming back there messing with me.
Turn around.
Man, what you saying, man? Why are you like this, man? You just evil, man.
Turn around. Turn around.
Stay in your vehicle, please. Hey, man, will y'all stay in your car, please?
So we got more people coming up, peeping the situation. Because it's crazy. They on the side of the road. Everybody's sweating, looking crazy. Who's not going to pull over and look? They ain't locked the first two up that spent around and come to look at the situation. Why he ain't locking up more people? You know why? Because he was already out of pocket for locking this man up, in my opinion, because we already looked up the Mississippi law. If you're driving uninsured, you go with a $500 fine. It says conviction up to a $500 fine. I don't say anything about no arrest. You know, I do admit they play around with words. They probably look at conviction as an arrest as well. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. But I look at it as being convicted to have to agree or commit yourself to a $500 fine. All right. And he also lied and said the man admitted that he was driving under the influence. We covered that in the beginning. It was a whole lie. So it all started with this situation, and any more eyes on the situation is going to mess the troopers' arrest up. He don't want nobody to see this. This is too much right here, way too much. He didn't expect this to be broadcasted. But it started with this man right here, and now he mad because 2 more people came up to record the situation. Now we got more people. He's ordering more people to get in their car and not be in public and look at the tyranny and corruption that he's distributing.
Hey man, will y'all stay in your car, please? Hey man, will you stay in your car, please?
Kevin Briniarski.
Are y'all trying to get to the end of this street? Ma'am, are you trying to get to the end of the street? Are you trying to get to the end of this street? What is the end of this street? Then you need to turn around and go somewhere else. You're obstructing the road.
Wow.
Obstructing the roadway, please.
Obstructing the roadway. Obstructing. She said, how? It's not a busy road. At least at this time, it's not a busy road. We got the view of the back window, and we would see cars going back and forth. That's not going on. It's just a few people, and these people happen to see what's going down. And every time somebody stops, he's telling them to move on because he wants nobody to see it.
You parked in the road. Please leave. Y'all parked in the road. Please leave. Please leave. Thank you. And make sure everybody in your car's got a seatbelt when you leave, please. Nobody's got a seatbelt on. Please put your seatbelts on and leave. Go ahead, Mom. And so if y'all just would have kept driving and went on, I want you to hear something. Your brother's going to jail.
State Trooper, Macomb County, Mississippi.
I was taking your brother to jail, Jordan. I was going to let y'all come get his car to help him out a little bit, save him a little bit of money, save him a little bit of hardship. But since y'all come back down here, want to walk up on me while I'm trying to fight with him, and y'all want to act a fool, everybody's going to jail. Everybody's car is getting.
Nobody walked up on him. They were at a safe distance. We seen it the whole time. They were at a safe distance. Look at this right here. This is a shot. I ain't gonna play it. I'm just gonna show shots of the safe distance that they was recording from. He's saying that they walked up on him. Look at this. This is when he had him on the side of the road in the bushes on the ground. They're still a safe distance away. Look at all this right here. Safe distance. Nobody ran up on him. He's lying, and that's why I'm showing this. Look, they in the back seat. He finally got him in the back seat of the car. They're still a safe distance away. All these shots right here. Look, even when the trooper approaches them to arrest them, the cameraman still stays a safe distance away. The whole time. This dude's a liar. He didn't want nobody to see the situation.
We would adjust it. I take them off, adjust it. So here's what's going on. Here's what happened. Traffic stop over him. When I told him he was going to jail, going to my car, he started trying to.
He's explaining the situation. I hope you guys can hear this. Let me turn it up. Let me turn the music down. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn it all the way down because I want y'all to hear this. The only other noise y'all going to hear is outside of my window. Motorcycles, four-wheelers, and hoopties.
I walked away from him in the cuffs and I put him in the car. He said, I'm not going in this car. I started fighting against me, trying to get back out of the car. He knows the cuffs. I grabbed him around the neck, tried to push him back up in the seat, get him both of them. He fought with me. They drove back by. They didn't been by one time and I told them to keep going. Anyway, I told them to keep going and leave. And they come back, got out with their phone. Every time I started wrestling him, they run up on me from behind. So they're both going for failure to comply.
Did y'all hear that lie right there? He said every time he tried to arrest him, they run up on him from behind. We seen it. I just showed y'all the shots. I'm not going through it again. He's a liar.
Back up in the seat, getting both of them. He fought with me. They drove back by. They didn't been by one time. And I told them to keep going. The purple car. Anyway, I told them to keep going and leave.
I told them to keep going and leave, and they come back, got out with their phone. Every time I started arresting him, they run up on me from behind. So they're both.
Every time I try to arrest them, they run up on me from behind.
For failure to comply. I'm gonna get arrested for this one too. Man, your thing, man. Where's your ID at? Where's your ID at?
So the driver who got arrested, who we're looking at right here, his audio went out. It was on for the whole video, just letting y'all know. His audio went out, and this is from their footage.
I'm going to do your time. Let me get that 20 again.
Paul John David, 7692, LA Circle, Dodge. Hey, Blue! Give my phone! Hey, so you can chill out a little bit? Calm down now? Alright, in a minute, when we get all this taken care of, we'll fix your cuffs. But all that stuff was unnecessary, man. I was gonna let you. Okay, you told me, when you tell me you're not going in my car and I'm not buckling you in. I never was smart with you. Okay, so look, here's what I want you to understand. You see that? That's the camera. I want you to look right there, that videoed everything that happened, okay? Alright. I never did nothing to you in a good space. Okay, I tried to help you out, man. Make you choke me and run to me the way you do. Okay.
You know, at the end, it's always, I tried to help you out. Be safe. It's not going to be that bad. You'll be out soon. You know, it's always those uplifting statements at the end after they pretty much kicked your ass.
I never did nothing to you.
Okay. Sorry, you think so? I hate that for you. I'm sure it was.
Hey, that was part 2. That was part 2 of Mississippi black man being mistreated by a state trooper. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. That was just a review because I actually put it out there because a lot of people last week when I put the one that started halfway through when his brother came through and he actually was the bystander who was recording. And, you know, I had no idea there was more footage to it or that they had even released footage from the state troopers. I didn't know that. I seen it today and I released it because people were complaining, oh, I want to see the whole video. I want to see the whole video. Boom, we got the whole video and it's more telling than what we seen halfway, and it doesn't put the trooper in a brighter light. Okay? This is not to question this man's legalities or illegalities. I'm speaking about the driver. It's the question of professionalism and the policy procedure that the state trooper is to follow. And if y'all think he followed policy, and if y'all think that he worked in accordance to arresting this man, And it's even questionable if it was an arrest. There may be some other little county laws that can give them permission to bring the man in to, fingerprinting, booking, whatever. That's not even a question right now. Civil rights was violated. He got slugged. He got dragged all over the place. And, shouldn't have had to been that way. It shouldn't have to been that way. He should have waited for backup. Backup came. He was already handcuffed. It's the resistance, man. I want to give a special shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. You know I do.
I'm just a black man with cameras.
Shout outs Private 9, Ryan MC, Christopher Eddy, the Queen Renetta Williams, all the way from Wynn, Arkansas. James Barnes, Lady Zaga, Blue Collar Hero, Perfect Sense Resistor is free to stay. That's D. Cassandra Lasco, appreciate y'all. Great dude. The gang is all here. Lion 1, Destiny Brown, Kevin Braniarski, Cajun Randy 214. Y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention to them video news clips I be putting out there, man. They be current, okay? Very few are, maybe a few weeks old. The majority of them are current. And guess what? They all are not likable by FB or YT. So if you see it pop up, catch it, because it just may be snatched down by me because they acting crazy, So I'm not going to let them just take it down. I'll take it down. But, when it pop up, check it out. Shout out to George Curious. My question is, what are we the people going to do? Are we just going to keep watching these terrorists brutally beat or murder us? We need to have a right to intervene if cops are acting like this. Yeah, well, it takes everybody. At this point, it takes everybody. If everybody not going to get involved, then it's going to be slow motion, and we're going to keep being treated this way. Shout out right to Freedom Girl. I'll make sure y'all have a good night. Be safe. Ladies, get a dash cam. Fellas, always record. Always record. If you feel as though it's a situation going down, pull out your camera and record. Ladies, stop getting harassed by these police officers. Get a dash cam. Record the whole situation. If you feel as though it's a violation, report them. Might even got yourself a civil rights violation. You never know. Be safe. Watch your 6. Peace.